do want to do a little bit of good things,
Okay.
actually, because Wednesday was a really fun raid night.
So it was.
Wednesday was a super good raid night. I loved it. And on Wednesday, we went through a whole bunch of bosses. Painsmith got that killed. We've already talked about how much we love Painsmith.
Yep.
Who was it next? Who we do next? It was Painsmith, and then on to...
Guardian.
yes, Guardian, the first ones. Damn. Straight up sci-fi. Even like the little sound effects and stuff, but it's just like sort of primal old sci-fi.
Yeah, it was
kind of vibe.
It's degraded from Titan constructs, it looks like.
Yeah,
it's
I thought it was...
significantly more primitive.
I felt a bit of whiplash, but I also thought it was cool.
I think it's kind of cool as an overall idea of the aesthetic of the first ones being... The only problem I find is it doesn't really match like the cleanliness of Orbus. So I feel like maybe the first ones didn't create a lot of shit.
WD-40 on him.
Yeah, but no, it's more the fact that there were floating rocks off him and stuff like that. So he's clearly... Maybe that's him being deconstructed for the stuff in his head. Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe something like that. But it just seemed to me, oh yeah, I can see where you're going with this. I can see where you're going with this visual design. And also the fight was... I thought it was fun.
I thought it was fun too.
It's maybe... It's kind of weird where I'm sort of for it and I'm sort of against it in a way. Where they clearly went very much... This is not going to require big thinkies.
Yeah.
But it's going to be like kind of tight on timings and kind of tight on, you know... If your healers aren't playing game, if your people move late, they will get owned. So I kind of liked how simple it was. I just really hate that orb floating around.
Oh, the orb.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the orb could be a bit more clear. There was something about the pace of the fight. It just seemed fun.
It was that kind of
like,
nice
it was just like, it was nice and fast, and I was like engaged for the whole thing, and then the boss died, and I was like, oh, that was satisfying.
Yeah, it was a nice little 3 cores. You've got a very natural enrage that you can push through.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like, obviously the Tiger's got that 10% enrage that you can kind of have fun with your animal powers or through class mechanics. You know, you can have a DK tank try to run away and fail miserably because it's a DK. Or you can have, a monk tank, bounce it across, which is really, really fun. But for Guardian, it's very much the, can you math out your healing CDs to survive long enough? Can you just pop everything at the end for healing?
Yeah.
It's got very much that feel of, will you have 3 paladins bubble the final purging protocol and survive long enough to get the kill? That's the kind of fun stuff that I could expect out of that, which is very, very, very nice.
Yeah,
very nice.
It's a cool fight. Fate Scribe's cool.
Fate Scribe can fuck off. I think it is.
He has
cool.
issues, but I think he's cool.
It's cool conceptually, but it is, to me, it feels like a clusterfuck positionally. The arena's way too big.
That's it. I think the arena's too big.
Way too big.
I love the, Ramonia, but you need to think about it. Not think, but you need to do some basic, positional on his big, across the room swipey thing. I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
The whole, doing a duo of players to like move the things anti-clockwise or a single person moving it clockwise. I thought that was pretty cool. The only thing I'll say, it sometimes could be tricky to manage that with healing. It does make me think that the best way to do that is to position a healer, basically to have one of your healers stay with the raid, keep them topped. Maybe another healer to go in. No, not possible. Too much damage.
You probably could do that, but there's also pulsing raid by damage.
Ah, shit. Yeah.
So you have to.
It's hard to survive in your own.
Send self-sufficient classes out.
Yeah. So I was on the outer row as an MM hunter. We didn't have a warlock.
Yep.
So I had no cookie. I did have a health pot, but I was just like, yep, this is looking bad. Boom. This is looking really bad. And I'm dead. So we could have managed with that a little bit better, but I think for me, it's, whenever it's just, I keep on saying this, it's big movement. Big movement with the team, big movement across the room, movement-related mechanics. I love them. They're fun. That said, I'm a hunter who's also a night fae. So, okay, if I'm an SV, I can disengage with post-haste into a harpoon towards something. Yeah. Then I can even, face spirit away. I like it.
I think they could cut the arena size by half and make the things move slower or something like that. Because the idea that you're off in Narnia not being able to DPS during that is like, I can see it has tactical benefits, but it's really I don't think it feels very good. Versus imagine if you could DPS but also spin that round. and that was something you could do as a hunter, so you could send range to do it.
Yeah.
But it's just the idea of like it feels a bit messy. Although I do like the mechanic of the Shade of Destiny coming through. I do like it popping out other ads. I like that stuff quite a lot. The big trifecta of beams is cool. What's the other mechanic I'm thinking of? I mean, that's basically it. I feel like it is mostly down to also if the thing moved more, if the rune moved a bit more cleaner with you, I feel like there's some pretty significant delay in that actually starting to move when you stand on it, and it doesn't feel super natural or responsive, which is what I've kind of come to expect from standing on things in World of Warcraft.
I think standing in a moving thing is like doubly like
it's
to
like
do that.
anything that moves around in the world is like, it's not really going to function too well. Buttons, abilities, fine, but that stuff's like not really. Like, would it make more sense for that to be an extra action button for someone standing on the ring to be able to use?
Speaking of Fate Scribe,
Yeah.
Emmett just got him in Mythic. So there we go.
We have
So yeah, I mean that's what's going on there with the raid. Raid, super fun. Happy. I prefer it over Castle Nathria, I think, and I'm very, very excited to get into Heroic. I think it's going to be super fun to do.
Nathria, it really sucks by comparison in my head.
Yeah, this is like great. For me, Nathria is like middle of the road with a few really cool fights like Zymok, but this is better raid. It's so good.
I think of Nathria, and I think of Huntsman, I think of Darkvein, I think of Stone Legion Generals, and I think of all the annoying trash.
Trip similar, yeah. So far, I'm very happy with this raid, which is great to say.